Well, first of all, you have to have a minimum of 8 photos if you're going on Match. People who have 8 photos or more do something like 50% better. And don't tell me about your friend who had 6 guys interested even before there was a photo. Because my statement to you is, what kind of guys or people are interested if there's no photo? I mean, that's highly suspicious. I hope you see that that's like a really strange thing. That's not like a positive thing. Now, the photos. So you have to have a headshot. You have to have 1 or 2 where you look very athletic and you're doing something fun and the clothes are tight. You have to be in a business appropriate outfit, and you have to be in some sort of evening wear. Now, if you're young and you want to put a bathing suit shot on, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. But just remember who you're going to be attracting with a bathing suit shot. Be very clear about that. Because I had a client who's a model, and in every single one of her photos, she honestly looked like she had a price tag on her, and it really worried me. And she thought it was perfectly fine until somebody interacted with her in a way that suddenly she realized it wasn't fine. And her mother said what I didn't say to her. Her mother said, "Oh, so you're a call girl now?" Because there was a message in those photos that looked like that's what she was doing. So be very careful. You have to look pretty, you have to look sexy, you have to look cute, you have to look available, you have to look vulnerable, but please don't look like you're a girlfriend for hire. This is serious.
I'm sure that that's a tempting thing for a lot of women to do, to get that attention no matter what, and then a price to pay,
The wrong
right?
kind.
Yeah.
The very wrong kind.
Yeah. Good point. I like that. Now, the profile, I know, can be written so many various ways. What are the 2 areas that people make mistakes?
A lot of people think that writing your profile means that someone really cares all about you. Someone who's never met you doesn't care about you. Someone who's never met you, who does that person care about? He cares about himself. So you've got to write a profile as if you understand who your perfect life partner is, what that person's profiles may be, and I can show you how to write a profile that really resonates and really gets responses. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been doing it for a lot of men and a lot of women. So you have to sound like you're fun to be with, but not just fun on stage, but actually fun to be with, fun to interact with. Someone where there's room in your life for somebody else. You have to act as if you're really looking forward to getting to know somebody, and you have to put it right out there. I have a very dear friend who literally refuses to put it out there. She believes that she should keep it all buttoned up, and somehow guys are going to break down her door. And believe me, it ain't ever happening. It's not 1932. It just isn't. And it's not 1832 or 1732. So these fantasies that you may have about being chaste and all this other stuff, it's just nonsense. Because the people who would do that, you don't want anything to do with them, you know, because the attractive guys who have interesting careers and they have a lifestyle and the rest of it, why would they? You know, why would they do that?
Okay, that makes sense. I won't talk about the guy that broke my doorbell today. Can you believe that?
No.
I go down and go to answer the door. I think it was a flower delivery.
Oh, how
I know.
sweet.
It would have been.
If he hadn't broken your doorbell.
Yeah, right.
Put the flowers. I'll take the flowers, and here's the bill for the doorbell.
Oh my goodness, the things that go on. Now, how direct does a person really need to be in stating what exactly you're looking for? I know you have all your clients really write out a perfect life partner list.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to go on Match, or you're going on Tinder, you're going on Hinge, or any of the, you know, the thousands, Our Time, whatever it is, you can't have so many things in that list that nobody wants to take a chance on responding to you. It's just like if you work with a matchmaker. If you watch our matchmaker shows, you're not going to give a matchmaker some huge laundry list and expect that they have nothing else to do but find out, does he have hazel eyes or are the eyes brown? You know, you're not going to do that. So look for the things that are really important. If you don't want a man who's less than 5'10", okay. But to put 6'1" or 6'2", you're really limiting a lot of great guys. And yeah, obviously you want a guy who's graduated from college. Maybe you want a guy who's has got an MA. That's reasonable because that's career related. And they don't go up to $5 million in terms of annual income on these dating sites. So you have to take whatever the one is that's closest to what you're looking for, the highest one, right? And if you have certain sports you do, make sure you specify. If you love to play tennis, you want a man or you want a woman who plays tennis. Of course you do, so say that. And then show a picture of how cute you look or how handsome you look playing tennis. That's a really great way to get the message across. So hone in on the things that are really important to you. Make sure you identify them in the paragraphs and also wherever there are bullets you can pick, and also identify them in photos. And that way you will do everything that you can to attract the man or the woman that you're looking for.
And no time wasted.
None, please. Because what happens when people are wasting time, then they say, well, I've been doing this for 2 months and I haven't met her yet, and I'm just disgusted. But I know that they wasted all that time because when we had a session, and the session was supposed to be to review their photos, they hadn't had a photo shoot. Or when the session was supposed to be to write the profile, they hadn't done their homework at looking other potential competitions profiles. So I'm ready, I can do the whole thing in 3 days.
Perfect.
Because nobody wants to do this for the rest of their lives. Oh, and another thing. Men or women who say, this is my last month on whatever the dating site is, don't do that. Don't ever say that. It looks like you're too cheap to pay $45 a month. It looks like you're too hopeless to find your perfect life partner. And it looks like you're somebody who can't be counted on to keep going and do whatever it takes to make things happen. So don't do that.
So that's another little hint you can help people with, not to overexpose anything
that nobody wants to see exposed.
Yeah.
In photos and also in life. Please.
Too much information, right?
Of the wrong kind. Yeah, it's like all these guys with these beer bellies, can they not actually sit up straight behind a table and have a nice photo taken? Or all these people taking photos with their, own camera at the worst possible angle? It's just wacky to me. It's like, are you committed to doing whatever you can to not get a partner? Oh, I didn't understand. I actually thought you were on a dating site because you were looking for a partner. Oh, guess not.
Yeah.
So do what works. Please stop doing all this other nonsense.
Well, oh boy, the websites are going to be hot tonight. Now, how about the people who don't write a profile and, let's say, may write just a few things?
Next.
Oh.
If this guy or woman isn't committed enough to the process to write a profile, have great photos taken, take the time to say what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody between 3'10" and 7 feet tall. They're looking for someone between 35 and 80. I mean, come on. They didn't, check the box. But why would you waste your time? Unless this person is so irresistible, so incredibly enchanting that you say to yourself, well, it's worth a shot. It's a shot in the dark, it's worth a shot. But otherwise, don't. Just don't.
It could be entertaining, but dead end, right?
No. There's nothing entertaining about a bad date. It is depressing. You got all dressed up, even if you're a guy. You didn't have to put on hair and makeup stuff, but still, you got all dressed up. You got in your car if you're out here or many places. You went with an open heart and an upbeat attitude, and now this person is like someone who didn't even bother to fill in anything about their partner, and they're just like revolving door, and you're stuck in the revolving door. Don't do it to yourself.
Not even for practice.
No, because you could practice with nice guys and women. You don't have to practice with the most perfect ones in the world, but you need to practice with a real person. Yeah, good point.
Now, I know that you described this online dating as going shopping. I love that. So please, can you tell us some more about that?
Yeah, it is. I don't understand when people find themselves despondent or worried or angry when I say to them, okay, your profile looks great, your photos look fabulous, it's very clear who you're looking for. Now, why don't you spend tonight and tomorrow, 3 hours each night, go shopping? And then I get the deer in the headlights response. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, it means if you're looking for a guy who's 5'10" or taller, if you're looking for a guy who's 45 or younger, if you're looking for a guy who lives in Southern California, if you're looking for a guy who graduated from college and he makes $100,000, you've got lots of choices. Go find some great guys. And when you find them, copy and paste the profiles for me, or if I can get into the site, send me the names and the links, and we will look at them together in our next session later this week, and we'll create messages for these guys, and you can have a lot of fun.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah,
kind of like
dating
picking
is
out
supposed to be fun. I mean,
See's
right?
candy.
That one's too vanilla. Where's the?
Now, I know that there are so many dateline online sites right now. So, do you have an opinion of what is the best?
It really depends on you. So you'd have to email me or call me or text me because I need to find out what you're looking for. You know, there's age ranges, there's quantities, there's, do you want to do one, you know, like Tinder where you're out there, you know, Hinge, you know, these kind of things. It all depends where you are, what your age range is, and who you're looking for. And there are, you know, now there are dating sites for everything, and I don't mean just Christian Mingle. There are dating sites for anything. You know, there's Elite Singles if you have a graduate degree of some flavor. So there's lots of good stuff. And of course there's Millionaire Match where, you know, women are looking for sugar daddies most of the time, so be aware of that.
I think I got one of those from a Russian once. I didn't know what to do with it. I need to talk to you about that. And I'm not even on. Now, please tell us the most important part of the vibe that someone really needs to have before they actually sit down and look online to shop.
Well, if you go to a store and you need to buy a dress to wear Saturday night, and you go with the attitude, I'll never find anything, I never find anything I like, I can't afford anything, I just will not go to that party. So you know it's going to be just like a death march, right? Same thing with online dating. You have to say, you know, I'm an attractive woman, I've got a lot going for me, many other men thought I was attractive in the past, now I'm available again, boom. Or I'm an attractive guy, you know, I've just got a divorce last year, this is the time for me, I'm ready to start again, I'm going to find a fabulous woman, this is going to be the first step for me to have a great new life. That's what you have to be able to do. You have to have enough skills, enough tools to be able to pull yourself up into a vibrational state where people are going to want to go, yeah, she's fabulous. He's wonderful. Wow, I want to meet him. Let's get together. Let's have a drink. Let's have dinner. Let's have lunch.
Once again, how we feel about ourselves is what we can attract.
And by the way, if you are someone who has a lot going for you, please do not go out for coffee with anyone. If they can't invite you to lunch or dinner, in my opinion, why bother? And why do I say this? Not just because I'm from a generation where that holds true. I have never found a beautiful, attractive, desirable woman who went out for coffee who liked the guy she went out with. But I found them again and again and again when they met somebody online who invited them to a great lunch or a great dinner. The guy was at a whole other level, a whole different caliber.
I'm
He
glad
had
you
more
pointed that
self-confidence.
out. Yeah, that's a big one. Oh, I'll
Yes.
just run and meet him at a Starbucks for a few minutes.
No.
Or
And then if you meet somebody at a Starbucks for a few minutes, I already know you're not putting your best foot forward. I already know that. Because if you're running into you didn't have your hair done or do it for 2 hours yourself, you didn't spend 40 minutes on your makeup and clothes, you're not ready. You're not camera ready. Because when you go on a date, remember, online dating, you're not meeting these people any other way. You could meet the man or the woman of your dreams. And if you don't put your best foot forward, you are going to blow it, I guarantee you.
presentation, so important. Now, what is your opinion, Susan, about the flirting option?
It's a waste of time. You don't have time for this. If you like the guy, if you like the woman, send them a message. If they don't have enough interest in you to send you a message, give them the one shot, send them an email and see what you get. If all you get back is another flirt, which has happened to any of us who've ever done online dating, next. Because that's somebody who doesn't feel self-confident enough. If you send a charming and delightful email to someone showing that you've read his profile or her profile, and then you end it with, it would be really great to chat, let me know if you'd like to give me your number, if you'd like mine, whatever it is. And, or this is my real email if the person seems to be, somebody you'd want to know. And if you don't get anything back but a flirt, next. Not your person, not alpha enough, next.
So how do you go about creating enough magnetism online when you're not really connecting to anyone in person?
It's the way you write your profile. Your profile is a reflection of you, even if I wrote it for you. And your profile has to be warm. It has to be charming. It has to be connecting. It has to be fun. You have to really think about who you are and what you want to do. And there has to be something in there that's either passionate or suggestive, because you're not looking for any one of the job descriptions. You're looking for your lover. Because if you're looking for your life partner, or you're looking for a husband or a wife, that's the primary component that separates that person from all the other ones on the planet. That's your lover. So make sure it's clear